Hi everybody, Patty Ann here. Hang on just a second. I've got a new website that I found out about yesterday and I've been dying to show you guys because I know you're going to absolutely love it. I could hardly go to sleep last night because I wanted to come down here and play with it. But anyway, so sometimes you may be wondering why in the world did I keep saying about my affiliate links? And the reason being is if you look down here, I've been trying to learn how to use this software well enough so that I could help you know how to use it. And so you can just see all of the materials that I spend, just sampling things so that I can show you how to do it. So that's why I say if you're in the market to buy something, if you could use my affiliate links, I get just a teeny tiny commission for them. And it just helps me to buy more supplies so I can do these samples that are just samples. So anyway, I wanted to show you how cute some of these are. And I'm going to show you how easily you can make these. I'm not sure if you can see that much very well. So these are for print then cut. I have not been able to figure out yet if we can use those for cutting out letters for t-shirts and that kind of thing. So this one I just did on paper because I was trying to conserve some of my cardstock. So I'll have a link down below to the website that you go to do these. It's really easy. You're going to love it. And I also have my affiliate links down there as well. And I'll have links to the Facebook group. So anyway, follow me over to Cricut Design Space now. All right, here we are in Design Space, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that website, and it's called wordart.org. You'll come to something like this that says Word Art. Now I've already saved some that I've done, so that's why there are some in here. And I did sign up for it, and I purchased one SVG file because I wanted to see how it worked. I may purchase some more in the future, so I can test things for you to see if they'll work on vinyl or whatever. But right now I'm just going to concentrate on the cardstock and print then cut. So the first thing you do is you come to create, and this is free, this part. And then the next thing you're going to do, it tells you over here on this side what to do first. You're going to import your words, and then you're going to click visualize, and then you're going to customize. So and what I really like about this, you guys, if you're making a card, you can so personalize it. Like a card I'm going to show you, I personalized for my husband, and I only put his name in there once. I don't think I showed you these cards up close. I think they turned out pretty cute. Let me show you one of them here. So I can't see if you can read that at all. But I have some Valentine words, and again, this was just a test. So I put his name in there once, but isn't that cute? Okay, back we go to Cricut Design Space. So again, the first thing you're going to do is import words. So come over here on the left-hand side, and you'll see they have 3 already put in for you. We don't want those. We can either click in that space and start writing your own, and I'll just put Cricut words in this time. So I guess I have to go backspace to get rid of it. Cricut, and maybe the next word will be explore, and the next word will be maker. And you can put in as many words as you want to. You can just hit the enter key and then start typing another one. Let's see, access, design, design space, and I'm hitting the enter key. Then I just type in the next one, fonts, vinyl, cardstock, whoops. Okay, that's enough just for now to show you the sample. All right, so that I've input some words, which is what is first over here, and now I'm going to click visualize, which is up here. Every time you change something, you have to click visualize. Now it automatically just puts it into a little blob like this, okay? And I don't want it in a blob like that. So what I can do, and you too, come down to shapes. See where shapes is down here? Click on shapes. You won't believe how many shapes there are. Okay, there are animal shapes. baby shapes, birthday, Christmas, clouds, emoji, geometric, and I could go on and on, but I think we'll stop there. So, let's go back up to animals. I haven't tried one of these yet. And there are quite a few of them. Let's say I like the dolphin. No, I like the elephant. Yeah. So I click on the elephant because that's the one I want to use, right? And of course I can change his color. You see this little wheel right here? That allows me to change his color. Maybe I want him to be pink or purpley pink and apply. So he's going to be that color now. And now you still don't see anything, right? That's because, as I said, when you change things, you have to come back up here and click Visualize. All right, and that's the way it's being visualized. Now you may be thinking, but I don't want that many words to be printing out on my computer. So I can come down here to Layout, and actually there's two things I can do here. Notice how the words, this horizontal box is checked. See how all the words are going across horizontally over here? I can change it to vertical. Okay, it's not going to show up yet, right? I have to hit Visualize. There you go. Maybe I want them to be random. I'll click on this one. Nothing shows up. Visualize. All right, I'm just going to leave it as random right now. And if you'll look down here, the next thing, it says word amount. So right now the button Auto is checked. I can check Keep as is, or I can check Define. If I click on Define, that means right now it says there are 300 words in him. Maybe I want a lot less words to print out. I can just use the slider and go down to whatever number I want. Maybe I want it at 96. That looks like a good amount. So the other thing that we can change is if we go to Style. Now here it says word colors, and the words are the color of the shape. But we can customize that. You see, we can make it be these colors. Watch again. The word shape that we chose was that kind of a purpley color. I can customize it and make it those colors. But what if you don't like those colors? That's easy to change. Click over here on one of the color swatches, and this all comes up here. And right now what it says is click on a color to remove it. So I could click on this if I wanted to remove it, or I can add a color. Choose a color up here and then click Add to Palette. And maybe I want to add a yellowy color. I can click that and say Add to Palette. And I'll get rid of that one I just clicked on. So I'm going to close now, and I'll visualize it again just to make sure. And here's what's interesting. Every time you visualize it, it's going to change the arrangement of these words. Watch, visualize. Visualize. So if you don't see one you like, you can continue on and the program will keep changing what colors are being used and where they are. So another thing to notice is look at the word Cricut. Look how big it is compared to the other words. If we go back up here to words, notice the top word is Cricut. If I move the word Cricut down by using this arrow, and I move it way down to the very bottom actually, and now I hit Visualize, the word Cricut is no longer going to be the biggest word. Which word is the largest now? Explore. And that's because it's number 1 up here. Now something else you can do, as I said, we can put someone's name in here to personalize it. So let's just pretend like I put my name in, you know. I always just use my name for the fun of it. And now I'll visualize, and my name should be in there as well. Let's see, where is it? There it is right there. Whoops. And it may be elsewhere as well. Oh yeah, there it is again. But let's imagine I want to do this for like a little secret hidden word. If I wanted my name in there only once, or my friend's name, or my husband's name, or my BFF's friend name, I could come up here to options and notice what it says. It says repeat all, so all words are repeated. I'm going to say manual. And then it says use the repeat column to manually choose words to be repeated. So let's close this. And now notice what shows up. This button called the repeat column. So if I uncheck Patty Ann, my name will now only be in there once. It'd be kind of like a word find, I guess. There it is, right there. And it should not be in there anymore. It's only in there once. What if I uncheck all of these and the only word I let be repeated is Cricut? That might be interesting. Let's see. I wonder what's going to happen. I've not tried this. Yes, it did. Look at that. The only word that's repeated is Cricut. Interesting. Now let's suppose I want the word Cricut that's going to be repeated. I want it to be larger, or the largest one. Now I can highlight this and just come up here to the up arrow and move it up. And again, go to visualize. And then Cricut's going to be the largest one, and it will be the only one repeated. Okay, let's see. What else kind of options we have? We can change the sizes. Close. So here's the size. Now I can make the Cricut size 5 maybe. Let's see what happens. And visualize. Whoa, it gets really big, right? One last thing I wanted to do though. For style, I wanted to come to style, and I want to change this background image to be darker. Not really dark, because I want my my letters to show up well. But I want it to be dark enough so that Cricut Design Space can tell that there's an image there. And I think usually 5% works under background image. So now let's go to download, and these two up here are free. So I would suggest you download the standard JPEG. That's what I've been doing. Then I go to save as, and I'm going to save it as Word Art Elephant. Let's see what happens. Save. All right, get rid of this. Now I'm going to come to Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to upload, and I'm going to upload an image, browse, and I'm going to look for that Word Art Elephant. Here he is right here. And I'm going to say open. Now notice he's coming in here nicely, and I'm going to go to complex and continue. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select on here, and I must not have made his outline dark enough, because it came in here and got rid of a lot of the letter, or a lot of the stuff. Notice the reason why I say we can't quite use this to cut letters out yet though is because, well, depending on which font you use, you'll have to go around, look at this, the D, it's got stuff inside it, the A, the E, these would not be totally cut out. You'd have to go and get rid of these parts individually. But anyway, so I'm going to undo this and go back to where we were and make it smaller. I zoom out up here. All right, so you see what happens when I just pick the select and erase tool and I click. It erases too much. It doesn't leave the outline of the elephant, which is what I want. So I'm going to undo that. Here's what you do. You click on this tool, and then you come to advanced options. I like to make the color tolerance of 5 because that seems to work. And let's see. Yes. Do you see how that works now? I have the outline of the elephant just like I like. I'm going to go to continue. And of course I could just use this outline of the elephant if I wanted to, but I don't. I want it to be a print then cut, and I want it to print and then cut all of this stuff here. So I'm going to make sure I highlight this one and say save. Put some tags in here. Say save. It's going to take a moment. I'll get a sip of my tea. All right, there he is saved. And these were all the ones I've been working on. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to insert him. Okay, he comes in like this. He looks great. Now, let's pretend I want to put him on the front of a card. Okay, a print then cut card. I'm going to come over to the shape tool and get a square. Remember the size of the cards that we make to fit in those envelopes that I buy from Staples or just regular invitation envelopes. I make this thing, I unlock it, and I'm going to make it 5.5 inches tall, wide, by 8.5 inches tall. So there it is, because I'm going to have the fold right here in the center and it's going to fold down. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on it and change it to be white. And I think I'll change the color of my canvas. So I come down here on the right, click on the word blank canvas. Then I can come up here where there's the color swatch and I'll change it to gray, I guess. There we go. And now I'm going to bring my elephant over. Let's see, is he on top? No, he's not. And we can tell he's not on top by where he's placed in the layers panel. Watch, when I say bring him to the front or send him to the front, notice he's on top of the layers panel now. So I can bring him over here, and I obviously need to resize him a little bit so he'll fit on the card. But I'm not exactly sure where I want him to fit on the card. And a nice way to know where the fold line would be is to come to the Shapes tool and get the score line. It helps you know where to fold your item, and you can click on the score tool and the card and come up here to Align and Align Center. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to just go like this. I'm going to grab the elephant and the cardstock and I'm going to say flatten. Okay, when it flattened it, it brought it up above the score line. Look over here in the layers panel. I know the score line is still here because it's listed. So I can right click here if I want to and say send to front, or I could come over here on the card and right click on it and say send to back. Either one works. Now, one last thing you must remember is to attach the score line. Otherwise, it will just go floating off wherever it wants to. So I need to highlight the score line and the card and attach. And now, if I go to make it, it's going to print out this elephant. It's just going to cut out the whole card and it's going to have a fold line for me. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I've printed him out. I've attached him onto the cardstock exactly the same way that he is attached. If you look up here in Cricut Design Space, do you see how he's attached? He's attached in the same orientation that I'm attaching him on my actual mat. All this white area is up towards the top of my mat, just like it is down here. All of the white space is at the top of my mat. So I'm going to put it in my machine. I do have my little scoring tool in there. So it's just going to check with that little light to see where the lines are so it knows where to cut. That's its scoring. That is the scoring tool. And now it's cutting it out. and I can hit the eject button. So here it is now. There's the nice handy score line, so I know where to fold it. And whoopsie, I can make it say anything I want to, obviously, rather than Cricut. But, and again, I'll show you that it and this one that I made, several that I made, will all fit into these envelopes that you get at Staples. Or you can make an envelope if you'd like to. There it is. All right, let's go back to that website again and see what else we can see. Okay. So suppose I'm still using these same words right here. I can just go ahead and change the shape. I could put them into an owl shape if I want to and hit visualize. Okay, I could put it into a penguin and hit visualize. I could put it into the dolphin flipper and hit visualize. Okay, and as I said, I can come down here and I can change the word colors to custom so that it changes all the word colors, or just use the shape color. I can make the background image darker if I want to. But I usually like to leave it at 5. That seems to work okay for me. What else? If I wanted to change the custom colors and I click on one of these, I could make the colors so that they're, well, let me get rid of a few of these. So right now it would just be, I'll add that one. Now it will just be that black and blue colors. Let's visualize. That'd be kind of fun, you know. You could do a sports team and use the colors. What's the Dolphins' colors? Orange and black? I don't know. Let me see. If I add an orange in here. I'm not sure if that's their colors. So I want to add that to the palette. Close. And there are the colors of the dolphins if I wanted. So I could have had dolphin words in here. And actually I could change those right now if I wanted to. I could get rid of these. And actually, I think there's a thing that says clear. Clear all words. Yeah, clear them all. And just start again. So I'll put in maybe dolphins, enter football, team, score, touchdown. And let's just visualize that and see what happens. So there you go. That'd be kind of fun. And again, like I said, this is for doing print then cut. Right now, in my opinion, it would be very difficult to make this into cutting a vinyl. I'm going to go to shapes. Let's see what other shapes we have in here. We have a lot of hearts you could try. I had done this one. Let's put that in there one time just to see what happens. Okay. And then again, it's all just blacks right now. But if we come down here to custom, we could make it their colors. This would be pretty if it was on a card and this part showed orange or showed one of the dolphin team members or something. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else. Let's go to shapes. Let's see what else we got. Nature. Apple. Visualize. Cool. What if we change the layout? We could change these so they're all the positive slope. You know, all the words are going to go up this way. Visualize. Okay. And we can change the number of words again. Visualize. Notice what word is the biggest. Dolphins. Why is that? When we come up to words, which word is first up here? Dolphins. Okay, and remember, maybe the only word I want to repeat is the word dolphins. I can come up here to options and repeat manual, close. So then I can, let's see, make dolphins repeat, and that's the only word that's going to repeat, and visualize. So we have team, dolphin, football, score, and dolphins, dolphins, dolphins. All right, anyway, I just think this will be a lot of fun for you guys. So let me show you again. Well, let's get a new shape. Let's try numbers. Maybe you have a special dolphin guy. Maybe he's number 12. I guess you can't do both numbers. So we'll just do number 2. All right, so there we go. So what I want to show you again how to do is how to save this so that you can use it in Cricut Design Space if you want to. So you go to Download, Standard JPEG. And I go to Save As because I want to name it however I want to name it. And it's word art. I'll put dolphin 2 because it's the dolphin number 2. All right, so then I come up here to Cricut Design Space. I'm going to say finish that last thing. And I'm going to say New, Replace, Upload, Upload an image. Now I've got to browse to find it. And here it is, Word Art Dolphin 2. All right, I'm going to save it as complex. Continue. I'm going to try this little tool here to see what happens. If it takes away too much, which it did, look at that. I don't want all my, I want the outline of my number still there. So I'm going to come over here to the undo button. I'm going to go to advanced options. And as I said, usually when I change the color tolerance to 5, it seems to work. So let's see if it'll work on this one. Yep, perfect. So then I can go to continue. Save this. And again, while this is saving, do know that I could have changed all these colors in here. Insert image. And what would happen right now if we go to a print then cut? Well, let me cancel this once and let me show you something. If you're wondering what's going to happen if when it's a print then cut, and say this was white background and you couldn't tell if there's a square here, you can always come down here to the blank canvas where it says blank canvas and click there. Then come up to the color swatch and change that to something. And then you can see the outline of what is going to cut. So now if I go to make it, we can tell what's going to cut. And I'll cut this one more out. This time I'll just do it on paper rather than wasting cardstock. So hang on just a second. Okay, I'm going to send it to the printer now. Here's my printer selected. I'm going to print. Okay, and now it's asking me to set my material because, as I've told you before, I always leave my machine on custom so I don't forget. So I'm going to go to Browse All Materials. And I'm going to come to all categories and go to paper. And then I'm going to look for copy paper because that's what I'm using. And say done. All right, as soon as my little guy's done printing, I'll get it out and have it cut. Okay, look how cute this turned out. Isn't that cute? And I just thought of something. You know what we could be doing with these? We could use the printable vinyl, either the kind that just sticks on or the heat transfer printable vinyl. And we could put shirts like this. If you have a 2-year-old, somebody's turning 2, you could do this and put all kind of words that relate to your little 2-year-old. So that'd be kind of cool to do, wouldn't it? Or again, you could make a card and put this on a card for the 2-year-old or a sports team or anything. I mean, there's just so many options with this. I'm pretty excited about it actually. So just to show you again, here's the one I made with the elephant. Just playing around, just putting in some sample text just to try it to show you how this will work. Here's one that I made that says forever and always. And those are all Valentine-y type words. Tiny, tiny, tiny in here. So I might not have wanted to put that many words in it. Here's another one. Love is. And that's one of the ones where I just put my husband's name in there once. And otherwise they're all Valentine words. You can also cut it out though. So here's one that I actually cut out, and I could put this one onto a card. You do have to be careful when you're cutting them out though, because if you have too many words in it, it ends up doing too many cuts around here to get around the edges of the words, and it doesn't work out well at all. See if I have any more to show. Well, this was a sample of one. You can see the difference here now. Can you see how the one on the bottom was being cut? I mean, it was taking forever, so I made it stop. I don't like it like that. So I used many fewer words in here. I don't know if you can see, but all that gray look color of that are little teeny tiny words. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I'm just checking to see if I have anything else. Here's one that I did like that. Here's another sample. This one just has some names in of a child and different words about the kid. We love you. Another one that I actually cut out the heart. So anyway, I'll have the link below, like I said, to this program, this website. It is free. If you do want to download SVG files, there's a cost. I tried it once and I wasn't successful with it, so let me practice with that a little bit more to see what I can discover. For right now, I would just use it as print thin cuts or print the vinyl and do the HTV vinyl. So that's it. I hope you like this tutorial. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little bell. And also share it with your friends if they have a Cricut or a Maker. Thanks. Bye.